race for the FedEx Cup.
Oh, I'm
Today's
excited.
coverage of the Champions Invitational is about to begin. I'm Luke Elvey alongside Rich Beam in the booth, and it's hello to Henning
Carlos
Coyle
Danger.
down on the course following our featured group today.
Hi Luke, I'm very much looking forward to bringing you the action from the golf course for this week's featured group. Now there is a sense of maybe fear, heightened competition this week, as this player has said that they're starting up a rivalry with their playing partner.
You
And
better
this week,
believe it,
Henning,
Henny.
it looks like they're trying to take down Justin Rose. Not many people have been able to claim that.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be all rosy at the end of today. This is definitely a tall order. Justin has one of the most consistent games on the PGA Tour. He's like a golfing metronome of a man. The iron play, I'm going to say if he hits the fairway, when he hits the fairway, his iron play is just phenomenal. He's going to get it inside 20 feet every time, and then you know he's going to hole putt. So, yeah, good luck with that one.
Well, he's the perfect mix, isn't he? He's an English gent with a killer glint in his eye. Good luck in this rivalry.
Looks like this one might be in the bunker.
Getting ready to play their third. She has this remaining for her par. Oh, gee, that line was looking good, wasn't it? Putting now for a bogey.
Looking good.
Just a couple of inches away from finding that one. Sitting at a couple over for the day.
It's a tough start.
Chance here to reclaim a bit of focus after that double at the last. That's a nice looking tee shot, that one. Second shot on the second.
There you go.
And here we are with the third shot. Good shot there, Bruno. And Henny, what is she looking at here for this putt?
Real outside chance here. What a hole this would be. 30 feet is what she's facing. What a great opportunity here for a look at a birdie.
Terrible
That'll
read.
sting a bit. 5 feet coming up to the cup. Ouch, that hurts. And this one will be for bogey.
Gotta wake up a little bit
A
here.
little slide down the leaderboard happening. Make sure you respond quickly. And now let's catch up with John McCarthy for an on-course report. What can we expect from Echo Park Golf Club this week, John?
Well, Luke, one thing I can say about this after walking the course this morning, it's a long one. So distance off the tee, especially important here at Echo Park. The course starts off along the big lake. There are a few holes that hug the edge of this lake, not unlike a Bay Hill, but here you get hit with it right off the start. And when you get away from the water, you get hit with the sand on the sixth. There's a thin corridor of fairway that leads to the green that weaves its way through. I think there's 5-6 bunkers leading up to and surrounding the sixth green. And from there on out, the players are going to be on the watch for the sand because it's sneaky and it's hard to avoid in certain situations. It's going to be an exciting time here, I think, this week at Echo Park.
Bogey putt coming up here. The putt goes
Four
in,
over.
and that's back-to-back bogeys.
It's all
Making
bogeys.
one bad mistake with another, compounding it, not good.
Here we are at Echo Park Golf Club, the fourth hole, and it's a big brute of a par 4.
Off the tee, your eyes look down the left-hand side and see two massive bunkers and obviously the water. So anything right of that is just fine. If you find the fairway, second shot is downhill just a little bit to a long, narrow green that has got bunkers down the right-hand side. Distance control with that second shot is absolutely imperative if they want to have a good look at birdie.
Penny, what have they got in front of them here?
Yeah, this is straight back into the breeze. Going to be a tough one.
Yeah, well played. Putting hasn't been the strength today. Hopefully that can change right here.
Now this is important. This for par.
Come on, ball. Come on.
And the putt will go. Great display of resilience on this hole.
In trouble off the tee in that fairway bunker. With that putt saves the par. Well done.
Well, that's going to have some impact on the scoreboard. Let's take a look. Trailing by 7 after that hole. It's time to step on the tee here at the 5th. Come on, look after us. Little bounce to the right here. And now over to Justin Rose.
He's currently ahead in this rivalry. Let's see what happens.
Let's catch up with the current proceedings. And this putt is for a big 2 on the scorecard.
Looking really good.
There's no doubt about this rivalry. It's certainly heating up. That has moved them within touching distance of their rival. Now on the tee after a birdie, fired up and ready for more.
Really hoping they play this one aggressively.
Nice.
Sitting at 3 over par.
Be good.
Oh, that one just missed the hole. Good look at a birdie here. Well, nicely done. Holds the putt for back-to-back birdies.
Back-to-back birdies, moving the right direction there, Luke.
We have a par 5 here. Time to take advantage. Oh, absolutely flushed. Rich, when we talk about the English group of golfers over the last 20 years, really Justin Rose has been the star of them, hasn't he? Major champion, world #1, Hall of Famer. He's done it all.
He certainly is that, and I have to say, he's probably one of the most resilient players you'll ever come across. As soon as he got done holding out that shot at the major championship years ago, turned professional, and went out and missed 20-some-odd cuts in a row, and never gave up. Kept after it, which that would have broken. That would have broken most men, not Rose. That's why he's gone out and become a major champion. He is such a force in the game. There's no reason why he cannot play at a high level for many, many years to come. The ball striking is phenomenal. I love his stroke. I love the way that he putts it. I just think that he hits so many good putts that just don't go in. It just kind of gets under his skin. Listen, don't let it, Rosie. You putt it fantastically. Keep after it. I love this man's game. He's such a talent.
Now, long-range putt coming up here. It'd be good to make a bomb, wouldn't it?
He's staring down a birdie putt here.
And back to the play, shall we? This would be a great up and down. Just 6 feet between her and the hole. I don't mind the look of this.
Me neither.
Solid par putt, that. Our current leader is up by 3 shots.
Dang it.
It's time to begin this par 4 hole. That's nicely done. Second shot here on the 9th hole. Going with a 3-wood here.
Uh-oh, this one's out, heading towards the rough.
Ooh, that almost went down. A par putt awaits her. This is the transition point of the round, making the
Jesus,
turn, heading
killing
for
me.
home. How do you rate this player's performance so far?
Yeah, they're behind their rival right now through 9 holes, but there's lots of time, lots of opportunities on this back 9 to make up. It'll be interesting to see how it all ends up.
Second shot here at the 10th. Sitting at 2 over. Looks like a pretty straightforward 5-footer to me.
Better than most.
That was a gallant attempt. Well, this would be a good one to make. It's for par. You've finished your work on that hole. Let's take a look at the next one.
Just a bad round.
Time to take a look at Justin Rose.
Birdied their last hole.
And after that effort, this is how the leaderboard looks. The 11th at Echo Park is a par 4 stretching at 430 from the back tees.
Just a slight bit uphill off the tee shot. Find a spot at that far bunker, Luke, that you want to aim at and go ahead and turn it loose. From there, second shot goes over a nice little meandering stream that wanders throughout the golf course to a green, clover-like in appearance, but I gotta say, this is really one of the coolest holes on the golf course. I love it.
And now over to Justin Rose.
Oh, he's out in front here in this rivalry, but can he stay that way?
Sitting at 2 over for the event. And now stepping onto this par 3 hole. Going with the 8-iron here. A chance to go under par here if he can just keep the bogeys off the card. What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
Just got to trickle this one in the front door. It's downhill.
Oh, just missed. Well, that's a bit disappointing. This putt just 5 feet away from the hole. Yeah, nothing to sweat over that one. Well holed. Trailing by 8 strokes now after that hole. Well, the 13th hole here at Echo Park Golf Club is not as kind. A big hole at 504 from the tips.
Well, thankfully, it's slightly downhill off the tee, but yes, avoid those bunkers down the right-hand side, and of course, that meandering brook that is a feature of this golf course. Big hitters can actually take it over everything down that right-hand side, but that's for the brave few. Second shot, downhill slightly to a massive green. Just some big bunkers on the left-hand side, but plenty of bailout room over to the right.
Time to take a look at Justin Rose.
Yeah, he just made bogey on that last one.
Getting ready to play their third. Oh, well played.
Judging it beautifully.
In she goes. Let's head to the next. It's time to tee off here at the 14th hole. Well, on the tee now, coming off for par. Chance to pipe one up the middle. Sitting at a couple of shots over par.
No harm, no foul there with that shot.
An opportunity for a birdie here. It was on a good line.
That first line before that.
An opportunity to make a par here. That was a top-level approach shot, but unfortunately they walk off the green with a par. And now teeing off on this par 4 hole. And now over to Justin Rose.
He's currently in 4th place.
Let's get back to it, shall we?
It's killing me.
Oh, that is flushed. Get on the green. Oh, Henny, that looks like a putrid lie. Is it bad?
Oh, some smiles here. A bit of luck in the second cut. It's sitting nicely.
How close was that to going down? A good opportunity here, just 6 feet to the hole.
Yep, tracking nicely.
And as the putt drops, 2 over, heading down the stretch. No movement up or down on the leaderboard for this player. Let's see what happens here at the 16th.
Oh.
That's disappointing.
Wynn got that one and took it wayward.
And here we are with the 3rd shot. Wow, that almost went in the hole. This putt is about 10 feet from the hole.
This is what they have left for bogey.
Not their best stroke. Seem to have pulled that one. And this one will be for double bogey. Time to take a look at Justin Rose.
He's sitting there in the rankings at 4th.
Let's take a look at the current standings. Sitting at 4 over for the day. Well, here we go, Rich. We're at the penultimate hole, the 17th. Certainly good at making the birdies, but let's avoid those bogeys. She played that nicely. Playing from around 160 yards.
Wind is blowing right to left here, and they're going to go ahead and ride the wind back to this pin.
That's just inside the range. Well, Rich, think they can make this one?
Luke, I really don't think this is going to happen, but you know what? I've been wrong before, and it could happen again.
This one's online. Don't want to state the obvious, Rich, but a little too hard, that one. A par putt awaits.
Looks good.
And just keeping it in neutral on the leaderboard.
Tiger's up there.
Now striding to the final tee of this round. That's a tad disappointing, isn't it? Let's take another look at Tiger from earlier. Well, this is a fair reason why our leader is where he is on the leaderboard. Let's return to live play now.
Fake news.
This shot from the first cut of rough. Heading towards the rough, this one. Ooh, sometimes you need a hacksaw to get out of this rough.
Uh-oh, this one leaking out to the right.
This putt for a final score of 75. Oh, that's frustrating. What's in front of them, Henny, with this putt?
This one will run uphill.
Okay, steady now. This next putt is for bogey. And with that putt, her event has come to an end. Well, Rich, I think it's fair to say that this player struggled with their game this week.
Tough tournament all around for this player. Better days ahead for them, I'm sure.
Well, that just about concludes our coverage. I'm Luke Elvey, and on behalf of Rich Beam, plus all the hard-working folks at HB Studios,
Alright, let's lock it in.
2K Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, is delighted to present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today's coverage of the Falcon Open is about to begin. I'm Luke Elvey, alongside Rich Beam in the booth. And it's hello to Henny Koyak down on the course, following our featured group.
Hi Luke, I'm glad to be here covering this week's featured group, and what a pairing, as these two have been hinting at quite a budding rivalry here.
Well, Henny, it sounds like they're trying to beat young Will Zalatoris. I'm really looking forward to this matchup.
Oh, as am I. Wily Will found his way onto the tour in a very unusual manner, and he kept himself there. The pressure is not too much for him. He can handle anything. He's a fierce young man, a young man of the future, and I mean, I don't think there's anything wrong with his game. Where can you beat him? Where can you see any of those defenses? He's very confident, and as I said, Luke, he can take that pressure.
Yeah, well, he might be slight in stature. I think he's 160 pounds ringing wet, but he's big on confidence and bold with his iron play. There is not a flag he won't fire at, so if you want to beat Will Zalatoris, you better go hole hunting. Okay, let's get back to the action. Just 3 feet to the cup. And that'll ensure she stays level with the card. Let's check in with our man on the ground, John McCarthy, for our course report. John, what will Foxholm Golf Links be serving the players this week?
Well, Luke, I think Foxholm Golf Links is going to be serving up some birdies, maybe a side of eagle. The course really is right in front of these players, and what you see is what you get. Not a whole lot of tricks to it, so I think people are going to be firing at these flags all week, and I'm going to sit back and enjoy that. Hopefully the folks at home will as well.
She's got this to save par here. Yeah, good putt. Well hold. And with that par, she stays right at even overall. Let's see what happens here on the 4th. That's tiny. Now let's switch our attention to Will Zalatoris.
It's been neck and neck. He's actually tied with his rival. This is tough. Can he do it?
From the sand, looking to get up and down. And here we are with their 4th. Currently 4 shots off the pace. Didn't that look good for a long time? And she needs this to save par. That will work. Trailing by 4 strokes. Here we are at the 5th hole of Foxholm Golf Links. 424 par 4 from the tips.
And only the really long players in the game are going to be able to fly those bunkers down the right-hand side. The shorter players are going to have to hit it out to the left-hand side with maybe not quite a driver. But from there, it's really just a flick of a second shot, as this hole is just 424 yards. I'm thinking that every player is looking at this as a birdie opportunity.
Let's see if we can get this one up and down for par. Oh, I thought that one was going in. Beauty of a chip shot there.
You better believe it is great stuff to watch.
Why don't we catch up with Will Zalatoris?
He's trying to pull ahead in this group rivalry. Let's see what happens.
The leader now has a 1-stroke advantage. Here we find ourselves on the tee of a long par 4. Well, that's a handy shot. Playing from around 190 yards out. 5 shots off the lead. See if he can get that one to come back to the left a little. Chance to move up into the top 20 on the leaderboard. A good putt to make here. This one's dialed in. Oh, terrific. What an effort. And that will take her to 1 under. Our current leader is enjoying a 2-stroke lead. Here we have a long par 4. It's going to take 2 great shots to get on.
Pretty good shot there.
And he's down there.
Yeah, she's got a solid 175 here.
Didn't quite have the right stuff there.
That's been the story of the day, isn't it, Luke? Has missed a lot of greens, and you can't afford to do that on this golf course.
Getting ready to play their 3rd. 5 strokes behind our leader. Great touch. Really nicely played.
Great touch.
And now striding onto the tee of this par 3 hole. And after that par, they're looking for something good here. Ah, she'll like that. That's inside the birdie range. And Henny, what are they looking at here?
She's looking at, I'd say about 21 feet. And this putt to draw even with Will Zalatoris.
Oh, that's too bad. 3 feet to go here to the hole. The putt drops, and we're moving on. As we stride to the final hole of the outward half of Foxholm Golf Links, players will be licking their lips with this par 5, measuring just over 500 yards.
This is a gift to end on. However, you got to find the fairway really to give yourself the best opportunity. Players are not going to be able to fly those bunkers down the right-hand side, and if you hit it right of those, trees come into play. Bail out to the left, give yourself a long iron second shot into this massive green. Lots of runoff areas all around this green, but what a great opportunity to end this front nine with possibly an eagle 3.
That's a good putt to make. We'll take that.
Yep.
She should be proud of that. Here comes the top 10. That shot's so good, we need to have another look.
Yeah, let's see this again. Have this one on repeat.
Now let's switch our attention to Will Zalatoris.
He's getting some airtime between him and his rival. He's 2 ahead.
Rich, good position for this player. Just 3 back with 9 to play. Do you sense them making a charge?
Yes, but 3 back with 9 to go, they're going to have to start taking chances. They're going to have to start firing at every flag stick they can see.
Sitting at 3 under par. Currently tied for 8th place. Rich, there's plenty of paths to the PGA Tour, but few seem to bash their way to the PGA Tour quicker than Will Zalatoris. It was an immediate impact he had, and it's just such an exciting game he possesses.
Watching him go from the Korn Ferry Tour and essentially bypassing all of that fairly immediately with the 3 wins and getting onto the PGA Tour and having such a profound effect when he was out there really is quite astonishing. Without getting the win, but seemingly in contention each and every week out there, you feel the sky is the limit for what's going to happen with this young man. He is so disciplined in what he does in a round of golf. He's got a great mind in the way that he approaches the game and how he advances the golf ball to point A to point B to point. He sees this golf course 3 shots in advance. It's just kind of like it's right there in front of him. He reminds me of an old school pool player who he's already made all the shots. Now just has to go ahead and just sink the next one because he set himself up perfectly for the next one. It's impressive.
And let's see what that shot did to the leaderboard. She's currently in a share of 5th. The 12th hole at Foxholm Golf Links is a strong par 3 measuring 216 off the back tees.
Luke, this is by far the scariest shot on this golf course. The runoff area to the left is severe. That golf ball will definitely run back into the hazard unless they catch a fantastic break. Players are definitely be bailing out to the right, but make sure you come up short and right because you want no part of that greenside bunker. Surely it's going to.
Let's go.
Why don't we catch up with Will Zalatoris?
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
So after that effort, let's take a look at the leaderboard. She's currently tied for 2nd. This hole here is a par 4. That's a good-looking shot there. Second shot here on the 13th.
I knew it.
Always a tough shot to get out of.
Yeah, this is not what they wanted. There might be
Here
a couple
comes
of
a bogey.
hits here.
That's on the green, and you never know what could happen. Setting up here with a very long putt.
Short game has been especially sharp today, Luke. Very impressive.
It's tracking.
That's outstanding. What a putt. And let's have another look at that one.
I'm too
What
good.
an amazing putt from way out.
Now let's switch our attention to Will Zalatoris.
He's currently ahead in this rivalry. Let's see what happens.
She finds herself in a share of 3rd. Let's see what happens here at the 14th. It's heading to the rough for mine.
Idiot.
This shot here from about 240 yards. 4 strokes off the lead. Opting for the 3-wood.
Nothing good out to the right. This is in trouble.
Sitting at 5 under for the day. Currently tied for third position. And this from the greenside rough. Oh, wouldn't that have been nice?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a top little chip shot, that one.
Such soft hands.
Putting for a par now. Now 4 back after that hole. There's always a sense of excitement striding onto the tee of a par 3 hole. Well, that's comfortably on the dance floor. Well played. Pay attention, folks. That's how you play golf.
Nearly doesn't get any better than that. Amazing shot.
Be nice to see this one go down. Let's see if they make it.
This looks like it's got the speed and the line.
Why don't we catch up with Will Zalatoris?
Who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
Currently 6 under for the event.
Getting closer to that top spot on the leaderboard. This is getting interesting.
You're going to put your foot down. This is as good a time as any. She's played that one nicely. And Henny, what kind of a shot are they facing this time?
Setting up here from about 175 yards.
Do you think they drew that up differently in their mind? Now this is a spot they need to get up and down from. Just 2 strokes off the lead.
A little excitement going on right now.
She needs this to save par. That's tracking. Yeah, we'll take that. Now let's switch our attention to Will Zalatoris.
Yeah, he needs to press on that gas pedal. He's 2 strokes back from his rival.
She's in a share of third place. Here we are at the 17th tee.
They're trailing heading into the short par 4. Do they take it on to the layup? How much do they trust their swing right now? We'll find out.
Sitting at 6 under for the day. Currently tied third, just a couple out of top spot. How close was that to going down? This putt coming up is for birdie. Nice line. Mark it down, that's birdie number 5. And with that, she'll move to 7 under par. Incredible. She's currently tied for third.
Well, now, things have gotten interesting. Closing the gap.
And as this player tees off on their final hole, they're 1 shot off the lead. She's a top quality player, this one. Well, they need to stick this close. A birdie would tie them for the lead and force a playoff. Going with the 5 wood. Hoping for a bounce here, preferably to the left. Well, that's one job complete, Rich. They've shimmied their way onto the dance floor.
Yes, but can they keep their dancing shoes on, Luke? They need this putt to force a playoff.
Just
Crushing, isn't it?
And this putt to move into 2nd spot on the leaderboard, or at least a share of it. Gets that one to go down, and that'll end the day's work. I'm starting to really appreciate the magic in these rivalries. While they can't walk away with a victory in the tournament proper, they get to lay claim to beating some real stars of the PGA. And what about this victory over young Will Zalatoris?
Luke, Will Zalatoris isn't one of those players that gets beaten. This just doesn't happen. He is a player of the future, a young gun that usually comes out firing on all 4 cylinders. He didn't today, and this player took advantage, and they will use that to propel them forward in the next event.
Well, that was a thrilling day, and on behalf of myself, Luke Elvey, Rich Beam, and all the hard-working folks at 2K Sports, thanks for your company. We look forward to the next time you join us.